Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Me and My Shadow. Hope everybody is doing well today. Today I have a topic that I've been thinking a lot about. So it's kind of a topic and a question at the same time. What was your spark? What was your reason to really start riding? What was the spark that ignited the flame that got you riding motorcycles? I'm going to talk about that next. Let's roll the intro. I really hope this video is finding everybody doing well today. As you guys can see, I'll pan around with the old helmet cam here. It is, it's cloudy. Kind of cool today, but not too bad. Hope everybody is doing so well. Just got done doing a couple mowing jobs, and you know, when you mow lawns for a living, let's just say it doesn't take a ton of like super brain power, right? It gives one a lot of time to think. I'm gonna bore everybody with my big story about when I started riding and all that good stuff. Just some mirrors here a little bit. Today, I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about and ask a question. What was the initial drive? What was the initial spark that got you riding motorcycles? I don't know, and I might have touched on this a little bit before, but I'm just curious. I mean, obviously it's a desire to ride, I get that, but was there one particular thing that maybe might have kind of helped you along in that regard? Sorry, I gotta adjust the old camera here. For me, it was. And I guess I have to give you just a little bit of history. For those of you that are not new to the channel, you've heard this history, so I'll be brief. For those of you that, but this is for those of you that may just be dropping in as a casual viewer. And by the way, if you are, thank you very much, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Sorry, shameless plug there. But everybody knows that I rode a bike way back when I was in my 20s. Well, my teens and my 20s, rode a motorcycle, and had a pretty bad wreck. It wasn't a bad wreck as far as like me getting majorly injured or anything. It was more or less like getting majorly scared. And I was starting a family and just decided I was going to stay off the bike. It was a little too dangerous, right? So that's what I did for quite a few years, and then my father-in-law had this motorcycle for sale, and making sure I got my bag closed there. And at the time, I had been watching YouTube, and this is back like around 2000, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, and I was just, you know, screwing around watching YouTube, and one day I noticed that there was a guy on a motorcycle. Sorry, I gotta crack this a little bit. It's cold enough out that my hot breath's really fogging up the old visor. Anyway, back to what I was saying, sorry. So I was browsing around on the internet. I had the motorcycle. I began riding again. I hadn't taken the MSF course or anything like that. I was kind of old school. I figured I didn't need that sort of thing in my life back then. But anyway, so I see this guy ride a motorcycle, and I was fascinated. I was like, wow, this guy is actually filming his motorcycle rides, and he's talking to a camera at the same time. Now, granted, if you guys go back and watch this channel, he's one of the, I guess, what do you call him, OG, or one of the originals motovloggers, right, that were out there. And I'm sure there might have been someone before him, but I really liked his channel a lot. And the name of his channel was By Way of Motorcycle, or BWOM. And the guy's name was Bill Ma. And I just loved his channel. This guy would get out, and him and his buddy, there's one of the properties that just got done mowing, looks much better. Anyway, sorry, distracted again. But he would get out, and he had a Honda, I can't remember what it was now. I can go back and look at it and see, but he would take these adventure trips with his friend. And they would go out and they would go on these rides, and they would hide like little figurines and have other people come find them and pick them up and stuff like that. It was just crazy. I'd never seen anything like this before. And I was like, this is amazing to me. And it sparked something within me, man, that I was like, man, I wish I could do that. That would be fun to share that adventure. Just share the ride with people. Now, this is years ago, right? And he had epic adventures where they went to the Arctic Circle. If you go watch it, it's a series. It's called Pirates of the Arctic Circle. It's on By Way of Motorcycle. I do not think the channel has been taken down. And then there were others that I discovered. All of a sudden, I'm on this wonderful, wonderful adventure with these guys. There was the adventures, or XXX Deadhead. XXX Deadhead was another one that was just absolutely amazing to me. He was so fun, man. He would get out on these group rides, and they would go to all over the country, beautiful scenery, and they filmed everything, the ups and the downs, the accidents, the tickets, the stupid drivers, I mean, everything. And this is before, really, I think it's when motovlogging was just getting its start. Now, XXX Deadhead is still around. He goes by a different channel name now. He changed the channel name to The Adventures of X. So you can still check out his stuff. He does not film as much as he used to anymore, unfortunately. He just did get done with a series, though, that I loved, where he traveled across the country on his adventure bike, his ADV. But that was my spark. And I was like, man, there's no way I could ever be like these guys. There's no way. And it's not that I really wanted to be like them, but I had no idea how to turn on a camera and make it so that you could talk to the camera and show all this cool stuff and everything. But I was like, that is the most awesome thing. And it took me years, but eventually I started my own channel. But that was the spark. That was the drive. Now, unfortunately, Bill Ma from By Way of Motorcycle passed away. He was young. I'm not sure what he passed away from. He was having some health issues, and he ended up passing away several years ago. And it crushed the riding community, the vlog riding community. There was an outpouring of sorrow, unmatched since, well, probably, if you guys watch Steve Wallace, Camping with Steve, his wife just recently passed away, and there was a major outpouring of sympathy and well wishes for him and his family. But when Bill Ma passed away, it shocked me, it shocked everybody. He's a young guy, maybe late 30s, early 40s. And that galvanized me, guys. That galvanized me to say, you know what? I'm not going to be by way of motorcycle. I'm not going to be any kind of a great moto vlogger. But darn it, I need to get out there and I need to start documenting what I'm doing. Even if it's just a ride around these neighborhoods, or if it's a camping adventure, or if it's a cross-country adventure, which I plan on doing soon. I have to document it. Bill Ma, when he passed away, well, Bill Ma has a son who's, I don't know, probably in his teens now. And his son can go back and watch those videos. And his son can see what his dad did. And his son can see how he talked lovingly about him and cared about him. And really shared his passion, his ability to make really decent videos for the equipment that were back in the day and all that. Not only that, guys, but Bill Ma, he shared his life too. I mean, he wasn't just a guy that got out and reviewed motorcycles and stuff like that. I mean, he shared some of the pain of going through his divorce that he went through, and, you know, kind of the custody battle. Well, not really a custody battle, but the fact that he wasn't, you know, things were going to change in his relationship with his kid, who he adored, his son, to death. He got real, he got human. I mean, you got to see all sides of him. When he was suffering on the bike, believe me, you knew he was suffering on the bike. So that was my spark that got me going. When he passed, I was crushed. Absolutely crushed. Along with everybody else. And that was my passion to get this thing started. It did take me several years after that to get the equipment together and get myself together enough to do what I wanted to do. And even then, even now, as you can tell, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not the greatest. Not by a long shot. But then I was like, you know what, I absolutely love this motorcycle. And you know, you're not going to get by on this channel without me talking at least once about the Honda Shadow 750. And I love this motorcycle. I love it to death. And I was like, there aren't enough videos out there that really describe the Honda Shadow 750. More than that, there aren't enough channels out here that really talk about the joy of riding as much as I would like to see. So anyway, that's my spark. What's you guys' spark? What got you started? What inspired you? What inspires you to ride? Is it long distance trips? Is it just getting out and feeling the breeze? Is it the dopamine hit that we all naturally get from this adventure? What is it? I want to know. I want to say thanks for you, those that have subscribed to the channel. Do my regular plea that if you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? It's free, right? And plus, it's like subscribers anonymous. I won't tell anybody. It's just between you and me. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. If you hate it, leave a thumbs down. Doesn't really matter to me. What matters is that you interact with the video and that you've enjoyed the experience today. And also, guys, like I try to remember to say always, it's not what you ride, it's that you ride. It's Tim with me and my shadow. Thanks, guys, so much for watching my channel. there for a minute.